Welcome to a demonstration of Instrument Top Sample Prep, or ITSP, by Microliter Analytical Supplies, located in Suwanee, Georgia. In a moment, an industry-standard autosampler will run a program that will detail filtration and solid phase extraction capabilities of ITSP. The first process we will demonstrate is filtration. Watch as the autosampler picks up the ITSP device from the ITSP prep tray and positions it over a well in the sample tray. The first ITSP device contains a filter. By retracting the syringe plunger, a vacuum is created in the barrel and the device to aspirate the sample through the ITSP device and into the syringe barrel. The slight pause here allows the vacuum to draw and filter the sample. A microliter needle guide that attaches to the autosampler ensures the needle enters the device in the center every time. This innovation enables the autosampler to transport the ITSP device anywhere on the deck. The small inner diameter of the ITSP device also reduces dead volume and maintains orientation during transport. After acquiring the sample filtrate, the autosampler discards the spent ITSP device. In this demonstration, the autosampler dispenses the filtrate into a collection plate. While the autosampler cleans the syringe and needle at the wash station, it is important to note that depending on your application needs, Microliter can assist you with method development and installation of your system. Different from ITSP filtration, you will now see ITSP solid phase extraction in action in a second operation on the same sample. Watch now as the autosampler aspirates solvent from the wash station and activates the sorbent in the ITSP SPE device while it's parked in the ITSP prep tray. The prep tray is mounted over a waste port to collect excess solvents during conditioning and wash steps. The fact that ITSP can do multiple steps to one sample in line is critical in some applications, to the chain of custody issues in some industries, and in most application process, the sample within the cycle time of the analytical device. What you are seeing now is the autosampler aspirating solvent from the wash station and equilibrating the sorbent in the ITSP device while it remains in the prep tray. The autosampler is aspirating the sample from the sample tray and loads it onto the sorbent in the ITSP device, still parked in the ITSP device prep tray. Depending on the sorbent, viscosity, and volume, this step can be delivered at a varied rate. The autosampler cleans the syringe and needle at the wash station to ensure solvents are not contaminated by prior samples. Microliter works within most analytical software packages. This means that your autosampler can probably be running ITSP in a matter of hours for online applications. Microliter has developed a set of macros that assist you with transferring your application to ITSP. Watch carefully as the autosampler aspirates solvent from a reservoir, picks up the ITSP device from the prep tray, elutes the first analyte into a well in the collection plate, and then returns the device to the prep tray. With ITSP, the autosampler syringe acts as the column reservoir seen in other SPE formats. The solvent or sample is forced down through the sorbent in the ITSP device by positive pressure in the syringe when the plunger is depressed. The autosampler aspirates solvent from a reservoir, picks up the ITSP device from the prep tray, elutes the second analyte into a well in the collection plate, and discards the device. At this point, the chain of custody for the sample prep process is complete. The beauty of ITSP is that it's a serial rather than a batch process, thereby ensuring the highest degree of integrity for chain of custody for applications that demand it. ITSP accomplishes this by being able to transport the filtration or SPE device anywhere on the deck and being able to discard the potentially hazardous waste to a container for disposal. The autosampler is now aspirating the second eluted sample and injecting it into the LC injection valve for analysis. In the final process of our demonstration, the autosampler cleans the syringe and valve to reduce carryover between samples.